Hi, are you looking to become a freelancer on Upwork in 2020? And are you looking to find out what to sell, how to sell it, how to structure your profile, how to get approved on Upwork, and some other stuff that you need to know to get started? Well, this is exactly the video for that. I'm going to tell you exactly how to do those things. So keep watching. So why am I qualified to talk about this? Well, I just spent 9 years on Upwork myself as a freelancer and as a client, and I've helped over 700 people to achieve the same, namely build a business on Upwork as an agency owner or freelancer. So let's dive into the first point, which is how to do market research on Upwork to find those juicy clients for your freelancing career or online agency. So the first thing you need to know is when you're doing market research, you're looking for a good enough number of job posts on Upwork that are appearing on a daily basis, so in the last 24 hours or so, that don't have too many proposals sent to them, so 25 or fewer, and who have clearly some budget, but they're not necessarily naming the budget. So they may not be saying, I have a large budget, they could even be saying my budget is like $100, but based on what they're writing, you can provide a lot of value to them, and they're clearly looking for a long-term commitment, for a long-term project. Furthermore, you're looking for people that are looking to buy a service that you can deliver, okay? And preferably it's the same service. So if you're selling a certain type of ads, then you should target people who clearly need that type of ads for the project that they've posted on Upwork. So if they're looking for lead generation or the type of ads that you're selling, then they're probably the right lead. But they may not be saying the same exact keywords, the same exact words as you may have in mind when you're posting your profile and writing about this service that you're selling. So let's say you sell Google ads or Facebook ads. Maybe your profile is all about Google ads or Facebook ads, and a lot of the job posts are going to be about Google ads or Facebook ads, but some of them are also going to be about lead generation or related keywords. So you want to create a list of those keywords, and you want to make sure that there are 20 plus people that are posting jobs related to those keywords on Upwork every day that fit into the filters that I've provided for you. These are the basic filters. You can narrow down or expand the filters as you move through Upwork and as you learn who you actually want to talk to. Also, you may want to make sure that the people that you're talking to, that they're from the right country. So high GDP countries where they can spend a lot of money on a project, $1,000 or above per month. So go ahead and do some research based on the keywords and look into the categories and count how many job posts are good enough for you. And if you find 20 plus, that is probably a good niche. So what you want to be doing then is writing your profile and doing everything else that is necessary to get them on calls or perhaps even chat, but I recommend calls because you really want to be talking to people in private on a private call to make sure that they're the right fit, because it's risky doing business and you want to work with the right people and you want to guide them through the process of working with you. You don't want to just have them interview you via chat or anything like that, because that is very, very risky, and long term you'll really be almost their employee for a very cheap rate if you do that. So calls are not the easiest thing to learn. It's not going to take you one day to learn it. It's going to take you a couple of weeks, but it's very much worth learning how to do calls with clients. So let's move to the next point, which is a relatively easy point, to be honest, and a lot of people are struggling with this. I don't know why, but how to get your profile approved on Upwork. In fact, I do know why people are struggling with this, because they're creating profiles with the most commonly used oversaturated things on Upwork, and then they wonder why they don't get approved. Well, Upwork has a limit of how many people can sign up for a certain skill set and a certain service that people sell before they start blocking new accounts in that industry, in that niche. So what you want to be doing is you want to create an account for something that is currently being approved, because they need more freelancers, more people on the platform, right? So what you want to be doing is you want to research what is quite obscure, like some kind of weird translation, weird dialect, stuff like that, and you can get your account approved like that. So create an account and make it based on an obscure skill that obviously isn't going to be blocked because there's not a lot of people doing it. And that way you can get your account approved. So the next part is a huge transformational belief in your business, okay? It's very important you understand the next part, because this is going to transform you from just being a freelancer or a low-level employee to a high-end freelancer or even an agency owner, okay? So the way to use Upwork or any other online tool is to get people on calls. It is a lead generation tool for your business. Even if you're a freelancer, it is a lead generation tool for your business. The platform does not employ you, okay? You're not on Upwork as an Upworker, okay? You're on Upwork as an owner of your business, and you're using this tool to get people on calls to join in your business as your clients. And I understand that anyone from Upwork who may be looking at this, they're like, yeah, but they're on Upwork, it's our platform and so on. Yes, this is correct. You're on Upwork and you need to follow their rules. It is their platform. And they want you to run your business in a certain way that complies with their terms of use. But from your point of view, as a freelancer or agency owner, you want to have your best interest in mind as well. Not just the client's best interest and the platform's best interest, but also your best interest and what is best for you to get started as soon as possible. And that is to treat the platform like a lead generation tool for your business, where you're closing clients on sales calls to join your program, which is your done-for-you service that you deliver to the clients. And you build up lists of clients, lists of paying people that are paying you for your service, that pay you long-term and refer clients to you. As such, what you want to be doing is building your profile on Upwork as a sales letter to get people on calls. You're not selling yourself, you're not telling people about all the skills you have and all the degrees you have. You're writing your profile as a sales letter to get people on calls. So you're talking about the client, you're talking about the emotional state, wants, beliefs, desires of the client. You're providing lots of proof that you have what they want and you can deliver what they want. Proof being testimonials, screenshots, portfolio items, reviews, and so on. And you're making sure that the call to action is to talk to you live on a call. Of course, you can't post external links in your profile, but in private chat, you're welcome to convert chatters to a live call. And that is perfectly okay as of my understanding currently of the Upwork terms of use. And by the way, none of this is any type of legal advice. I'm just giving my opinion, obviously. So let's talk about what to do next. Next up, you want to get people on sales calls, as I mentioned. So the profile, you write it to get people on sales calls. So what do you want to do on the sales call? What should you do on a sales call to convert the call into a sale of $1,000 or more recurring, preferably recurring per month? So what you do is called consultative selling. You're consulting the lead, the prospect, on how to buy from you, and you're making sure they're the right fit and you can deliver results for them. You're also making sure that they see you as an expert. So you deliver a lot of value to them. You explain things in a way that they understand from their point of view, using their language, their terminology, and then you're explaining how to evolve to the next step. It's a little bit like this video, but more structured like a sales call. So you introduce yourself, you have a very short, nice, friendly conversation just to break the ice a little bit. You give them some feedback on their post, give them some advice, then qualify them, make sure they're very good fit to work with you. Then you make sure that they qualify themselves to you, that they're telling you how much they want to work with you because you're doing a better job than everyone else and you're better to talk to, you're easier to communicate with, and whatever other reason they may have to want to work with you. Then you provide them a lot of proof that you can deliver the results that they want. You make sure that they know that from A to Z, from where they're at now to where they want to be, the way to get there is by working with you. Then you pitch them, you explain to them what the delivery looks like when they work with you, and then you send them a payment link, through Upwork preferably, and then you make sure that they pay you on the call, okay? Maybe they need to think about it. Maybe it's a real objection or not, but you can figure that out with them because you're there to consult them and help them make the right decision. So if they need to think about it, make sure you're talking to them and helping them think about it. If they need to do some other stuff, make sure you're helping, if you can, help them make the right decision. If they need to talk to other people, make sure they understand the value of working with you and they've communicated the value to you, and make sure that they also want to work with you before you even pitch them, okay? Which sounds very strange, but people are ready to work with you usually before they know the entire delivery process, which is what the pitch is. So if you do all of these things right, and by the way, we train students in Business Mentor Insiders which is an online program for sales on Upwork and other platforms, on how to do this call. But you can learn this by doing lots of calls, watching my videos. You can figure out how to do the sales call, how to structure it. The structure was in this video actually. And then once you achieve the outcome of every one of these steps, you will be able to receive the payment on the call and start with the project efficiently, quickly, and without a hassle. That is the correct process. The incorrect process is chatting back and forth for weeks and waiting and wasting time. You don't want to be dealing with that because it's a waste of time for you, for the client, everyone loses. Whereas if you do the call correctly, you get paid, the project starts, the client gets what they want because they've made the right decision, following the right decision process that you've helped them with. So that's the process. Hope that helps. Up next, there's a video on how to get your first sale on Upwork. I go even into more detail. There's a whole playlist of these videos on how to succeed on Upwork. Check it out right here. And also, if you have any questions, I'll be more than happy to comment personally on any comment that you have in the comments below. Also, thumbs up on this video because it really helps with YouTube ranking. So thank you very much for your time. Watch the video right here, which is the next Upwork training, and click that subscribe button.